Welcome to yet another Creepypasta reading. I will be reading The Darkness, and it has an 8.7 out of 10 star rating. Let's get started. Call me outdated, but Counter-Strike is still at the top of my all-time favorite video games. What a way to start the entire story. That's the entire paragraph. I would think that the majority of people, their favorite video games would be pretty outdated, as you say. I'm not calling you outdated. Late night at the dorm alone, playing up until 3 a.m. with full volume on. Who was playing up till 3 a.m.? Maybe you? Was it you? Things to think about. Yeah, that's my style. Aren't you just special? Today was supposed to be no different, and I guess it was different. I turned on my MacBook Pro. There's your first problem. The glossy screen made a clear reflection of my long, narrow room. Oh, that description was kind of strange. The dorm's rooms were all made just for one person, so I was always alone with my thoughts. My laptop was propped up on my desk at the end of the room, opposite the door. It was almost too routine. After a long, boring day of classes, I'd get up to my room at 10 p.m. exactly. I'd go Facebook, Twitter, 9gag. You'd go Facebook, Twitter, 9gag, up until I've surfed every nook and cranny of the net. I don't think you know what the entire internet is, but then, bored as fuck, I'd open Counter-Strike and go firing deep into the night. That's disgusting. But tonight, while surfing, a friend suddenly messaged me on Facebook. Hey dude, check out this sick CS map. Download link in parentheses. Kevin messaged me. As he was a CS addict just like me, I opened the link. Opening the link was definitely related to him being a CS addict, just like me. The map was called DE_Darkness. With my 10 megabyte per second internet, I downloaded the map in a flash. Excited, I immediately opened Counter-Strike to try out the map. I set up to play a good old-fashioned 5 versus 5 affair. The map, living up to its name, had many dark areas. Glad you had to clarify. I didn't remember what his name was. Set late at night, only the pale blue shade of the night sky and a few lampposts gave light to the area. Stone walls lined each corridor, filled with long green vines. Dark hallways and tunnels snaked at the center of the map. I thought they would be light hallways. Plot twist. Around it was an elevated area, perfect for sniping unwary players on the bottom through ceiling holes in the tunnels. Bridges also kept the map interesting, hovering over the width and length of the vicinity. Damn, sounds really fucking interesting. Darkness seemed to have nothing special to it. There were 2 ways of getting kills in the map. First one, which I like to call the pussy way, was camping and sniping in the elevated areas of the map. It was almost too easy, as the darkness gave you instant camouflage. You could rack up tons of kills immediately. Sounds like the most efficient way of doing things. The next one was more interesting part of the map, which was running the maze of tunnels at the center. It was perfect for sneak attacks and point-blank kills, and also getting killed by the pussies up in the elevated areas of the map. As usual, I racked up more than half my team's kills in the first few rounds, even while switching between the 2 ways to play, the pussy way and the other way. It was after the first 5 rounds I started to notice things. Oh, you started to notice things like you had Counter-Strike open, and you downloaded the map from your lame-ass piece of shit friend. One time, while roaming the map, because what else would you do, I started to hear creaking noises, and they were nothing like the usual sound effects I hear in CS maps. Some players' footsteps also started to sound different. Instead of the usual thud of military-grade shoes, a metallic clink and clank could be heard, even when no player seemed to be in the immediate area. Ooh, getting fucking scary up in this bitch. And then I started to notice an extra character in the map. While staying in the elevated pussy area, as I like to call it a few paragraphs ago, a shady figure appeared in the outskirt forests of the map. He was another pussy like me. It was impossible to get up there. Curiously, I zoomed in my crosshairs on the human-like figure, but he disappeared because he's a pussy, like I just said. Next round, the figure appeared again. This time, he was only a few paces away, so I was able to get a better look at him. He wore a brown overcoat, extending to the knees, fully buttoned up. Matching a pair of brown slacks completed his outdated fashion statement. I guess he wasn't wearing shoes. The only thing more puzzling than the man's clothing was the face that rose above it, or perhaps that the fact that this man is not wearing shoes in a forest area. He had dark round eyes with an empty stare straight at me. A sinister smile accompanied it, but the man didn't seem to have any lips. I don't know how he can smile without any lips, but you know. A gray, faded complexion covered the rest of the mystery man's face. Just like any other opposing character I see, I fired at the guy. Bullet after bullet, aimed straight at his thin 6-foot body, all seemed to have no effect. Before I could try other ways to kill him, another player killed me. Wow, this map has something special after all. An extra character almost impossible to kill? Sorry, you tried one way to kill him, and you're saying almost impossible? You don't even know if it's possible yet. Why are you saying almost impossible, huh? Buddy? A sense of excitement hit me like never before, like it was just the first time I got my hands on this game. I spent pretty much all the remaining rounds trying to find and kill this character, even if it meant lowering my kill-death ratio, because that is of vital importance. I noticed that the man only appeared in dark spaces, so basically the entire map, randomly across the map. Many times the man would toy with me. When I tried to run at him, he would stand still, but no distance would be made up. I think you're high. Other times, while firing at him, the man would contort and shake rapidly, like thousands of bullets showered his body all at once. I'm going to repeat what I just said. You're definitely high. But one thing remained. I was never able to kill him. What a shame. It must have been an hour or two already, as I was starting to get sleepy. Trying to kill the mystery man was now a boring, futile effort. It was great fun while it lasted, so I closed the application, shutting down in 3, 2, 1, and my MacBook screen shut off. Well, but something remained on the screen. Some same shady figure wearing brown was still on the right-hand corner. Is my MacBook glitching now? The figure came closer and closer and closer. Now his gray face, empty eye sockets, and sinister smile occupied most of my screen. Then I realized I was staring at my laptop's reflection. And I'm just fine because I had the time to write the story after it happened. Thank you to Brian Tan for writing this abomination. 8.7 out of 10 stars. Very accurate. Thank you for joining me for this. I will see you later.